Yes. Okay. So good morning again, and let's start with the topic. We are a minute late. So mostly the entire this meeting will be in it will be a mix Hindi and English. तो किसी को कुछ डाउट्स अगर हिंदी में पूछना है तो दे आर मोस्ट वेलकम. एनीथिंग नॉट अंडरस्टूड you can post your question in the chat box. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Okay. So basically, we are going to cover a few highlighted topics, as I have already said in the group. A successful approach to have financial growth, understanding the pledging rules, because हम जो पहले पॉइंट में जो कवर करेंगे सक्सेसफुल अप्रोच फॉर फाइनेंशियल ग्रोथ, सो इसमें प्लेजिंग इंक्लूडेड है. ओके. So we will try to understand what are the pledging rules, क्योंकि प्लेज करके ट्रेडिंग करना है सबको पता है, पर कैसे करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. So I'll touch base that also. Okay. And then we will also discuss हाउ टू क्रिएट. बहुत सारी स्ट्रेटेजीज आपको दिख जाएंगे, बहुत सारे टाइप ऑफ द स्ट्रेटेजीज आपको दिख जाएंगे मार्केट स्टार पोर्टफोलियो में और एनीवेयर एल्स अक्रॉस द ट्रेडरॉन मार्केट प्लेस. सो हाउ टू क्रिएट वन इफेक्टिव combination of the strategies combo which will suit to your requirement. So that part also I'll cover, and then I'll be open to question and answer. Just to highlight, we have tried to take pro subscription of Zoom, which would have allowed a hour of screen recording or continuing the meeting. So there were some technical issues, and it didn't allow me to subscribe it for Zoom Pro. So probably after 30-40 minutes, maybe by the time I will complete my explanations, by the time maybe the meeting will close. So as soon as the meeting will close, I have created already a Teams link for question and answer. So what I mean, Teams, or maybe I'll share one Google Meet link. Okay. So Google Meet is pretty much familiar to everyone. So I'll create one Google Meet link and I'll share in the group. So which after the session, whoever will have questions to ask, so we will discuss that question and answer in a separate link of the meeting. Okay. So in this meeting of the Zoom link, which we are recording right now, so here we will be covering only the first 3 topics. Okay. So let's start. So this is nothing out of the box, a successful approach to have a financial growth. So this is nothing out of the box thing. I will just explain what exactly I am doing. So the same thing which if you guys can replicate, I would consider, or I expect the same thing will be helpful to you also. जो मैं करता हूँ, मैं वही चीज बताने वाला हूँ कि मैं करता क्या हूँ. So all these things I have started when I was in job. So basically since there are few new joinees or the new participant I can see. So let me introduce myself. I am Sitaram, the admin of Market Star Algo. So I used to be a IT professional for 12 years. So I used to work for one renowned IT organization in Bangalore. So after that, I have started because of my because of my first love, which is trading. So I used to be a part-time trader, and then I have decided to be a full-time trader along with the full-time trading. So since I was in IT background, so I had interest in algo trading, and followed by this algo through Tretron. Now we are serving a lot of users in algo trading. Okay. So in algo trading, mostly we are focusing on the option selling only. We are not delivering anything in option buying. We are focusing on the option selling. Why option selling? Because in option selling, even though market is harsh, even though market is smooth, in either way, we don't have too much high-fi expectation. We are expecting a realistic some X amount of returns in the month, and hopefully or sustainably since last 2.5 years we are in Treton, and so far so good. We are delivering as per the expectation. Okay. So basically, when when I started this algo trading, sorry, option selling. So in option selling, usually the capital requirement is much higher compared to option buying. Okay, so since the capital requirement is much higher, so whoever start this option selling, they are little bit skeptical or doubtful, or they have little bit fear. For example, मैं अगर किसी को बोलूं कि आप ऑप्शन सेलिंग स्टार्ट करो, ट्रेडिंग स्टार्ट करो, 10 लाख तो मिनिमम आपके पास होना चाहिए. सो दो ही हैज 10 lakhs इन म्यूचुअल फंड्स और एनी अदर फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स और एनी अदर थिंग्स, सो 10 लाख रुपए की ट्रेडिंग करने के लिए ना डेफिनेटली मन थोड़ा सा घबरा जाता है, यार 10 लाख रुपए डाल दूं ट्रेडिंग में. बट पॉइंट टू बी नोटेड, the capital requirement in option selling is more, but we are not risking the entire capital, right? So 10 lakh अगर आप इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो और something like that, so we are not risking the everything. So out of 10 lakhs, if you say the way our strategies has been designed, so I always focus on the drawdown part, means मैं अपने कैपिटल से कितना लूज कर सकता हूं, क्योंकि इन ऑप्शन सेलिंग आई नो कि अगर मैं सस्टेन कर पाता हूं मेरे इकोसिस्टम में, ऑप्शन सेलिंग इकोसिस्टम में अगर आई एम सस्टेनिंग, देन डेफिनेटली मनी विल फॉलो मी एंड कुछ ना कुछ तो मिल ही जाएगा आराम आराम से. ठीक है, पॉइंट टू बी नोटेड, ये जो मैंने बोला कुछ ना कुछ तो मिल ही जाएगा. अब द सेकेंड पार्ट की, चलो जैसे कि रिस्क डिफाइंड है और रिस्क हम लिमिट करते हैं कुछ भी करके, तो अगर पॉइंट वन को एक्सेप्ट कर भी लें कि चलो we invest a good amount of capital since the risk is less in option selling, the way we have designed the strategies. Okay, now सुई फिर से अटक जाती है. द क्वेश्चन अगेन कम्स कि बस कुछ ना कुछ आप बोल रहे हो, कुछ ना कुछ मतलब जस्ट फॉर द नेम सेक, आई एम नॉट गारंटिंग एनीथिंग, जस्ट फॉर द नेम सेक लेट्स से कुछ ना कुछ का मतलब है कि महीने का 2-3%, मंथली 2-3% वी मे जनरेट इन आवर अल्गो ट्रेडिंग, लेट्स से एज्यूम. Okay, so just for 2-3%, is it worthy to invest? So worthy to come to option selling or algo trading? So let's focus on that part. How to get a concrete information about that. So अभी जो 10 लाख का जो मैंने कैपिटल बोला है, 10 लाख का कैपिटल जो हमने डिस्कस किया फर्स्ट पॉइंट में, so that can be your money, that can be your hard case, or there is one second option which is called as pledging. Many of you guys already know about pledging. If anybody doesn't know, then I would like to highlight कि जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल होता है ना, मणप्पुरम गोल्ड लोन का एडवर्टाइजमेंट टीवी में ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवन हैव सीन. ओके, घर पे सोना तो क्यों बिजनेस को रोकना, ऐसा कुछ टैगलाइन के साथ. मतलब इफ यू हैव गोल्ड देन you can submit that gold to the bank and the bank will give you money to grow your business. So something similar to that is called as gold pledging. If you can say that is a gold pledging, मतलब gold को गिरवी रख के आप पैसा लेते हो. Okay, so like that in your portfolio, in your investment portfolio, let's say you have 15 lakhs ऑफ रिलायंस, टीसीएस, इन्फोसिस, ये सब लॉन्ग टर्म पोर्टफोलियो में यूजुअली ये सारे 1 लाख स्टॉक्स काफी लोगों के पास होता है, करेक्ट? सो 10-15 lakhs ऑफ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ स्टॉक्स और 10-15 lakhs ऑफ म्यूचुअल फंड्स. ओके, म्यूचुअल फंड सही है बोल के एसआईपी वगैरह करवा करवा के ऑलमोस्ट हर किसी के पास कुछ ना कुछ तो म्यूचुअल फंड का पोर्टफोलियो बन ही जाता है ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. Okay, so now that mutual funds or the stocks, let's say those mutual funds or those stocks are giving you some 8-10% roughly on an average, 8-10% in a year. Okay, so that is your fixed kind of income. मतलब ये तो करना ही था, जो कि मैंने रिस्क समझ के मैंने स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट कर ही दिया है, म्यूचुअल फंड का एसआईपी तो चल ही रहा है. So all those investments you guys are already doing, and that is those kind of assets, they're all your assets, right? Those investments are all your assets. So all those assets are already with you. So now what I am trying to make a point, जैसे कि गोल्ड is also your asset, and gold को pledge करके gold को गिरवी रख के in bank you can get some money to do your business. So similarly, if you have asset of stocks or mutual fund, so you can pledge those assets to the broker, and the broker will see you have good potential even though you don't have hard cash. The broker will allow you to trade with the pledged portfolio fund. That pledged portfolio fund is termed as collateral money. The pledged portfolio fund is called as collateral money. Let's have one realistic example. मेरे पास 5 लाख का रिलायंस का stocks है. I have 5 lakhs worth of Reliance stocks. So what happens when you place that 5 lakhs worth of Reliance stocks? Okay, the broker, roughly almost all the brokers, being a class stock, they will give you 4 lakhs to trade. 4 lakhs to trade ऐसे नहीं कि आप ऑप्शन बाइंग कर लो या कुछ भी कर लो. 4 lakhs to trade का मतलब है, so since it is a pledged capital or collateral money, so with using that collateral money you can trade in option selling only. There is no other way you can use that capital. Only option selling is acceptable through that money. Okay, samajh mein aa gaya? So if you have, so what will happen in that case? So let's say you have 10 lakhs of 5 lakhs of Reliance and 5 lakhs of HDFC ICICI multi-cap fund. You have 6 lakhs worth. Okay, that is your portfolio of 11 lakhs which you have already invested. Now that 6 lakhs of the mutual fund plus 5 lakhs of the Reliance stock, so that is generating some X amount of money every year. So if you place that 11 lakhs of the capital, your broker will give you 8 to 9 lakhs money. They will cut some amount and they will give you the collateral, and 8 to 9 lakhs you will have in your account to trade in option selling. So now the equation is very clear. So 8 to 9% or 8 to 10% or some X amount of ROI your portfolio is already generating per year. And now using that 9 lakhs of the portfolio, the 9 lakhs of the capital, again through option selling, if you can generate X amount of return, जो कि मैंने बोला था कुछ ना कुछ तो मिल ही जाएगा. So that कुछ ना कुछ you can fill the gap. It may be 2%, it may be 3%, it may be 6%, it may be 1%. So whatever kuch na kuch, you can define yourself. Okay. So from the option selling, you can capture that kind of extra return. So that will be termed as your passive income, extra income, secondary kind of source of income. So just for an example, if I'll say, from that 5 lakhs of stocks, Reliance, and 6 lakhs of ICICI multi-cap fund. So let's say with that 11 lakhs of the capital, you are earning around 7% in a year, roughly on an average. So that will translate to that 7% plus. With that 11 lakhs capital, let's say you are getting collateral money of 8 to 9 lakhs, and from 8 to 9 lakhs, again, you are generating some around 10 to 12% in a year, just roughly for an example, I'm saying 10 to 12%. So the total earning will be 10 to 12% plus 7 to 8%. It will be 20 to 25% in a year. So this way you can multi-float or capitalize on your same amount of capital. There is no extra capital involved, but the same capital can be reutilized, or I can say सेम कैपिटल थोड़ा सा इफेक्टिव वे में अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करोगे दो इंस्ट्रूमेंट में, ना कि ओनली एसआईपी और ओनली स्टॉक्स अलोंग विद दैट ऑप्शन सेलिंग, तो ये आपका कैपिटल को मल्टीफोल्ड करने में थोड़ा सा इजी हो जाएगा. डेफिनेटली देयर इज अ रिस्क इन्वॉल्व. Okay, so please understand the risk and then only consider this thing. Usually when you think about more return, you forget to understand or forget to analyze about the risk. But here definitely अगर profit मिल सकता, कोई भी business का ये ground rule है. Any business you do, if you are getting you are expecting profit, then you can expect the loss also. So you have to make your mind up that loss है थोड़ा बहुत, ठीक है, but if you are choosing a correct algo or an effective sustainable algo, then chances of losing in option selling is very less. Okay. Now coming to how to grow the capital, means let's say कि हमारे पास 11 lakhs capital था, जैसे कि एक classic example मैंने लिया है. I'll continue with that example. So now I have that 11 lakhs of the capital. By pledging that 11 lakhs of the equity portfolio, mutual fund and equity mix करके जो भी था portfolio, we got 8 to 9 lakhs of the capital to trade in option selling. Now let's assume, see the figures what I'll tell again and again. I am repeating, those are not guaranteed or those are not kind of highlighting just for mathematical calculation. I'll be using some and other this thing some and other examples. Okay. So let's say कि हमारा yeah, लेट्स से कि हमारे पास 11 lakhs का कैपिटल है, जस्ट ए मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन. 11 lakhs पोर्टफोलियो, आफ्टर प्लेजिंग वी गॉट 9 lakhs टू ट्रेड. ओके. So through 9 lakhs of option selling, let's say in a matter of 3 months, in a matter of 3 months, a quarter, 3 months is called as a quarter, right? So in a matter of 3 months, let's say we got some 30,000 profit, 30K profit in 3 months, assume. Okay. So now if you can 30,000 और थोड़ा सा रियलिस्टिक अगर लिखें तो 2% भी करें तो 6%. So let's say 50K. Okay, 50K profit in 3 months. Let's assume this. Okay. So what to do with this 50K profit? I'll tell what I do so you can implement in your things. Okay. So what to do with that 50K profit is the question now. क्योंकि यूजुअली ये तो हमारा मतलब बाय द टाइम 11 lakhs का पोर्टफोलियो, लेट्स से इन ए मैटर ऑफ 3 months मार्केट थोड़ा सा हेल्प किया या जो भी है, इन ए मैटर ऑफ 3 months 50K profit in 3 months from trading, and assume you got some again 4 to 5% return or 4% return in 11 lakhs portfolio, so which is around 40K from portfolio. Okay. So now after 3 months, let's say if you have 90K in a matter of 3 months by using 11 lakhs capital, which is pretty attractive. So let's say assume you have 90K. So what I do basically, whenever so I do SIP in my own account. Okay. So I have divided my capital. I have divided my capital into 3 parts. I don't do mutual fund because mutual fund mostly I think it is an instrument where novice user don't understand how to invest. So I am little bit more experienced than the novice user, not fully experienced. I am little bit more experienced. So I choose my own instruments to do. Okay. So how I divide my capital? How I divide my capital to invest? Okay. Usually I choose Nifty 20, Bank 20, Liquid 20. So these 3 Bs, 60% capital I invest. 60, around 50% I have invested. 50% I have invested in this Bs. Okay. So if anyone don't understand what are these Bs, so Nifty Bs grows up and down along with Nifty. Bank Bs grows up and down along with Bank Nifty. Liquid Bs are like debt funds. Liquid Bs are like debt fund जो कि एक मीन्स मोस्टली फिक्स डिपॉजिट के साथ साथ का रिटर्न मिल जाता है लिक्विड बेस में। ओके, सो ये 50% जो हो जाता है ना, ये थोड़ा सा मतलब कंजर्वेटिव टाइप ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट हो जाता है मेरा। ठीक है, सो अलोंग विद दिस कंजर्वेटिव इन्वेस्टमेंट्स व्हाट आई डू, सो रिमेनिंग 50% आई इन्वेस्ट इन स्टॉक्स। I invest in stocks. Okay. So out of this 50% stocks, 35% I invest in A class stocks. 35% I invest in A class stocks like Reliance, TCS, Infosys, Tata Steel, स्टॉक बैंक, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, एसबीआई, आईसीआईसीआई। तो ये जो काफी एक, सो दिस स्टॉक्स आर बैकबोन स्टॉक्स ऑफ आवर स्टॉक मार्केट। अपना स्टॉक मार्केट अगर मतलब पूरा खत्म ही होने वाला है तभी जाके ये सारे स्टॉक्स भी खत्म हो जाएंगे। ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई आई चूज माय 30% स्टॉक्स टू बी इन द ए क्लास स्टॉक। बाकी के जो 15% मेरा कैपिटल रहता है, ये 15% आई गो अग्रेसिव स्टॉक्स। एग्रेसिव स्टॉक्स इन द सेंस, जो कि मतलब आप आईएफएल में देखोगे तो काफी अच्छे अच्छे रिकमेंडेशन आते रहते हैं। आईएफएल में आप अगर अपना रेगुलरली इफ यू आर चूजिंग योर मेल बॉक्स, so they have some 90 to 95% accuracy, and they advise stocks to invest. I also invest in those stocks. Yesterday only in our group I have shared one of the stock, Asoka. So that grew around 50% from my initial buying level in a matter of 6 months. Okay, so those stocks are not leading stocks, so that is why I don't invest too much of money there. But they have good potential according to their advisory things analysis. So they suggest all those things. So I invest in those stocks where growth can be a little bit faster, or it is a risky thing. Whenever 15-20% or 30-40% any stock can give, so that kind of stocks can come down also very fast. So I don't think it is a wise decision to keep 100% of your capital there, but I usually keep 15 to 20% capital there. Okay, मेरा एक ग्राउंड रूल है, मुझे एंट्री तो पता रहता है कि कब कैसे एंटर करना है, कितना एंट्री लेना है, ये सब पता रहता है। in my portfolio, I don't know how to exit. So this is my negative point, or this is my flaw in investment, or anything you can say, but I accept that I don't know how to exit. So जो मैं investment करता हूँ since last 7 to 8 years, if I'll show my portfolio, just for my completing my home loan, because before exiting my job, before quitting my job and being a full-time trader, so I have completed all my loans. So while completing my loans, I have withdrawn, or I have sold my portfolio half. Okay, so that all my liabilities will be zero. So in that perspective only I have otherwise जो भी मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट करता हूँ कभी सेल करता ही नहीं हूँ। ओके, सो I have fixed a part of my investment in this market linked investment. So whatever I invest every month, so whatever this ratio I have told, right? So this ratio. So in this ratio only, let's say I have to invest another 1 lakh of the 1 lakh in this month, November starting. So I would go like this only. In B's, I'll keep 50,000, and 35,000 I will invest in this A class stock, and another 15,000 I invest in aggressive stocks, like that. 1 lakh. So whatever it may be, my profit, or whatever it may be from my job, or whatever it may be my investment. So I distribute my capital in this. So what will happen? That 1 lakh I will invest in my portfolio. Within 2 days, those will be credited to my account, and after crediting those portfolios, again I will place them, and I'll get 80 to 85% placed capital. and my trading capital will go by 80 to 85,000 more every month. Are you getting? I am repeating. So let's say in a month I am investing 1 lakh rupees. So I am investing that 1 lakh rupees as per my portfolio ratio कि 20 में कितना जाना चाहिए, स्टॉक्स में कितना जाना चाहिए, एग्रेसिव स्टॉक्स में कितना जाना चाहिए, मैं डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देता हूं. एक बार डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करके इन्वेस्टमेंट हो गया, देन अगेन आई प्लेस देम, एंड with that placed capital my trading capital also increases. जब मेरा trading capital adequate amount increase हो जाता है, then only I increase my multiplier. I never hurry to increase my multiplier by seeing the profit. Usually थोड़ा सा जब डीप आता है, मतलब कोई भी स्ट्रेटेजी थोड़ा सा ड्रॉडाउन में आ जाता है, मतलब आई एम इन्वेस्टेड, आई एम नॉट स्टॉपिंग माई इन्वेस्टमेंट इन अल्गो ट्रेडिंग, बट व्हेनेवर आई सी ए डीप कि थोड़ा सा तो डीप आया है, मतलब थोड़ा सा ड्रॉडाउन आया है, देन जो भी मेरा ट्रेडिंग कैपिटल इंक्रीज हुआ रहेगा, बाय यूजिंग दैट इंक्रीज ट्रेडिंग कैपिटल आई इंक्रीज 1 or 2 multipliers in a specific strategy. For that I analyze. So for that, if you don't know, if you can ask this question in our group, that in our group that I have 10 lakhs or I have 5 lakhs extra trading capital which I grew over 3 to 4 months. So now I want to increase multiplier. Which is the best strategy to increase multiplier? This is my portfolio. So me or Chirag or Sankar, so anyone or Puneet, any one of us can help you out to if we will see your current portfolio and what is the extra amount of capital you have to invest, so we can suggest you that in which strategy right now you can increase your multiplier. Okay, so this is nothing secret. This is a ground rule which I'm following 7 to 8 years, and so far it is a very successful rule. I have survived corona, I have survived means my portfolio or my investment survived corona period, survived this war and all. It's always goes on. So now what happens in that case, when there will be a big dip in the portfolio, mostly the option selling strategies with high wicks or high premiums, they support. At present, in 2023, if you'll see, the portfolio grew like anything. Portfolio में कुछ 30-40% का increment हुआ रहेगा almost सबका in 2023. But if you compare trading income in 2023, so that is little bit dull or dim in 2023. मतलब very 8 to 10% के आसपास ही मेरा, after all the expenses in 2023, hardly not 8 to 10, around 10 to 12% का टोटल नेट इनकम शायद मेरा होगा in the month of 2023. But again, as I said, in 2023, my stocks portfolio have given a tremendous return of 25 to 30% at least. Okay, so in that way, what will happen if you stay invested in both of these, then they will compensate with each other to multifold your portfolio in a systematic manner. Okay, so अब ये जो प्लेजिंग रूल है, एक प्लेजिंग रूल बनाया हुआ है सेबी ने कि यू कांट यूज योर एंटायर capital placed capital in positional strategies. Intraday, most of the brokers, they allow you can use 100% of your collateral, like IFL and LS Blue, which we are tie up, so they allow 100% collateral usage in intraday. बट पोजिशनल स्ट्रेटेजी में थोड़ा सा रिस्क रहता है, तो इन पोजिशनल स्ट्रेटेजीज वेयर वी कीप ओवरनाइट पोजिशन. सो जैसे कि हमारे एग्जांपल में 11 लाख कैपिटल में 9 लाख का हमने कोलेटरल पाया था, सो 50% 4.5 लाख कैपिटल यू कैन यूज फॉर पोजिशनल स्ट्रेटेजीज. ओके, सो व्हाइल चूजिंग योर पोर्टफोलियो और द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ द स्ट्रेटेजी, you have to be careful, or you have to be watchful, or to make a decision कि यहाँ से जब भी मैं पोर्टफोलियो ऑफ द और कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ द स्ट्रेटेजी बनाऊंगा, तो मेरा इतना कैपिटल है, इतना कैश है मेरे पास, इतना कोलेटरल फंड है, तो मुझे कौन कौन सी स्ट्रेटेजी यहाँ से चूज करना पड़ेगा इन व्हाट रेशियो. if you guys don't understand this thing, then definitely we are here to help you out. You can ask this question in our group, then definitely we will help you out कि आपका इतना कैपिटल है, इतना कैश मार्जिन है, इतना कोलेटरल मार्जिन है, तो कितना रखना पड़ेगा. Again, one more ground rule which I missed to tell. When you trade with the collateral money, always try to keep 10 to 20% extra cash. मतलब in our example again, हमको मिला था 9 lakhs का collateral money. So along with the 9 lakhs collateral fund, always try to keep around 10 to 20%, which will be 2 lakhs around, always keep hard cash. मतलब 9 lakhs का collateral तो मिल रहा है, बाकी 2 लाख कैश रखेंगे. So how it will help you out? So that 2 lakhs of the cash will help you out to handle, let's say, some drawdown, or because of the increasing volatility, your capital requirement goes up, or there may be some additional एक दो multiplier कभी बढ़ाना पड़ा, मतलब कुछ भी. There are many ways that cushion up that extra 20% cash collateral plus 20% cash. So that will help you out in many way while trading. So my suggestion will be always have that along with your collateral money. My ground rule is always have 20% extra cash with you. Okay. Now coming to the last point, creating effective algo combos. So this is not a straightforward way how to create. So I have simplified all the market star strategies in multiple classification: purely intraday plus overnight mix, weekly positional, and then capital reuse, crude oil option selling strategies. Okay. So to define this classification, it will help you out to pick the strategies in a correct way, because each of the classification has similar kind of strategy, not same but similar kind of strategies. For example, यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे इंट्राडे पर ओवरनाइट मिक्स, तो इंडेक्स पोजिशनल स्टार एंड बैंक निफ्टी कॉकटेल, सो दीज आर सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ strategy. So though both are part of the market star portfolio, but if you see, IPS has little bit less risk, and since we are using hedges, OTM hedges in Bank Nifty cocktail, so Bank Nifty cocktail has little bit higher risk, but return also in IPS it will be little less, and return in Bank Nifty cocktail will be little bit more. So you guys have to choose which one to choose out of this intraday overnight mix, whether you have to choose IPS or whether you have to choose Bank Nifty cocktail. So like that. Okay. So like that you have to choose the strategies. Not everything you have to choose, either or first choice, second choice, third choice also I have defined. So you have to choose according to your risk appetite. Okay. So in question and answer part, I will, if you guys ask me, or I can even cover furthermore the risk appetite or risk involved in each of the strategy or मतलब basically ये वाला part जो अभी तक मैंने बताया, so this is basically will be has been recorded and it will be uploaded in our YouTube channel. So the question answer part, as I said, I will be sharing one Google link in a minute in the group. So whoever has any kind of questions, so you can join, and it may be 30 minutes or 1 hour. I don't mind. I have a lot of time today. Okay. So if you guys have any question, I will be sharing one question and answer meeting link. So there we can discuss about any chit chat or any questions or anything. Okay. So let's join in the question and answer link. I'll be stopping this recording as well as the meeting right here. Okay. So thank you. See you in a minute in the other link.